security and privacy. So far we've painted a very optimistic picture of the digital revolution having a profound impact on economic growth. However, in addition to the data integrity issues we discussed earlier, there are other two, large, looming issues of even higher severity and importance. They are data security and privacy. Security and privacy are completely intertwined as there is no privacy without security. However, privacy can be violated even with the best security, when the right privacy policies are not in place. Security is of the utmost importance. Only with good security solutions will the adoption of all these great digital concepts move forward to benefit our society. Otherwise, business managers will hesitate to take on so much risk. Security is both a technical and organizational challenge. We need to balance convenience with safety. Too much security will slow down transactions and thus economic development. Too little security will have a similarly chilling effect on the economy, as people will not engage as much as they would if they felt safe. People are the weakest link in security. Disgruntled, careless, or untrained employees account for most security breaches. Therefore, the risk of security breaches will always be there. It can be managed and mitigated, but it cannot be eliminated. This is a continuous problem. It cannot be fixed at one time. As long as humans are involved, there will be security challenges. After all, the history of humankind is also a history of inventing the best locks and the corresponding lockpicks. Privacy issues will have to be dealt with via legislation. We already have a precedent in the US with respect to the privacy of our medical records. These privacy provisions are captured and enforced by HIPAA regulations. We see no technical reason why the same protection cannot be extended to our personal data that we ourselves generate while interacting on the Internet. Every one of us should have a right to opt in, or opt out, of our own personal data sharing with various Internet providers, and expect that these providers will honor the agreement, under the penalty of law. After all, the content of our regular mail is not accessible to the U.S. Post Office for sale. By putting our paper letters in a sealed envelope and affixing a postage stamp, we enter into an explicit contract with the post office that the privacy of our content is protected and won't be snooped on. If anybody gets caught opening and reading our old-fashioned paper letters, they will end up in a state penitentiary as opposed to enriching themselves selling our private information. In a May 2014 ruling, by the Court of Justice of the European Union, the court decided that users have the right to ask search engines, like Google, to remove results for queries that include their name. To qualify, the results shown would need to be inadequate, irrelevant, no longer relevant, or excessive. This ruling, however, does not apply to public figures. I think that this is a move in the right direction. We should have full rights to opt in and opt out of sharing our personal information, and that right should be strictly enforced. We have rights to our private property and we can trade them on the market. There is no reason we cannot do the same with the information we authored ourselves. As HIPAA shows, this is doable. It may involve some costs, but the social media giants have plenty of cash to pay for such protection. They make this money by selling our personal information to advertisers, so it should be their responsibility to guard it, and to be severely punished when they breach their trust. After all, hacking is a crime today. In another development, the United States House of Representatives is currently working on the Intimate Privacy Protection Act, a bipartisan bill that would make it illegal to distribute explicit private images without the consent of the people involved. It would stipulate criminal punishment for third parties who profit from the sale of such material. The bill was prompted by Gawkers publishing private erotic videos of Hulk Hogan. This is another step in the right direction. The law is slowly catching up with the digital revolution.